The Pittsburgh Pirates came into today's game looking for the three-game sweep of the Chicago Cubs, but just wasn't in the cards today. They fall 3-2. On paper today, it really looked like the Pirates had no chance against the St. Louis Cardinals with Adam Wainwright on the mound. But Edison Volquez stayed toe-to-toe with him through his 5 2/3 solid innings, only giving up one run. And once again, Mr. Clutch Tony Sanchez comes away with a 2-out RBI double in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Pittsburgh Pirates come away with a 2-1 win here at PNC Park. The Pittsburgh Penguins are taking on the New York Rangers here in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is the first time these two teams have seen each other in the playoffs since 2008, which ended in the Penguins winning that series, and they hope to start off the same way here tonight at the Consol Energy Center. Here at Robert Morris University in Moon Township, the Robert Morris Colonials take on Phelan Dickinson in the quarterfinals of the NEC Conference Tournament. The Whitfield area is usually associated with football, but the amount of representation they have in this year's Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament, people might want to reconsider what they think about basketball.
2 point guards on Sweet 16 teams, 2 brothers coaching, plus John Calipari coaching. For an area that's not supposed to be that good in basketball, that's pretty special.
White says this is something that the area has never seen before, as Dayton's Archie Miller and Arizona's Sean Miller of Blackhawk, Arizona's TJ McConnell from Chartiers Valley, Iowa State's DeAndre Kane from Shenley, and Kentucky's John Calipari of Moon area all represent the Western Pennsylvania area at the national level. Chartiers Valley boys basketball assistant coach Sean Sherry says this tells the story of the Whitfield work ethic.
It's a testimony to how hard that the area basketball players work and how competitive they are.
White says both the Miller brothers are doing more than just representing the area, as they mark a first in NCAA tournament history.
2 brothers from WPIAL schools who have never made the Sweet 16. There's never been 2 brothers in the Sweet 16 before.
And as for the players of Kane and McConnell, who only went to schools 12 miles apart from each other, White says they hold Pittsburgh close to their hearts at this tournament.
There's a little part of them that wants to rep Pittsburgh in Western PA, and they've done a pretty good job.
Reporting from Whitfield Country, I'm Chris Hoffman, KDKA TV Sports. That's right, Kelsey. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. The Pens begin their quest for the Stanley Cup tonight against the Anaheim Ducks at the Consol Energy Center. This is a new beginning for the Pens after the firings of general manager Ray Shiro and head coach Dan Bylsma. The regime of new GM Jim Rutherford and head coach Mike Johnston begins with high expectations, and that's bringing the cup right back to Pittsburgh. This is also a new look for the Pens lineup as well. Defenseman Brooks Orpik and Matt Niskanen left in free agency, as well as wingers Jussi Jokinen and James Neal. The Pens reloaded with the signings of defenseman Christian Ehrhoff, who spent last season with the Buffalo Sabres, and winger Steve Downey, who left the rival Flyers in the offseason. Questions swirl around this team still after the last few seasons of being bounced early in the playoffs. The new look team gets a chance to answer those questions tonight. The Steelers look to pull off another victory this weekend after defeating Jacksonville 17-9 on Sunday. They travel up to Cleveland to face the rival Browns. Now, these are not your father's Browns. Last week, the Browns made the largest come-from-behind victory by a road team in NFL history. This is also the same Browns team that almost came back against the Steelers in the first game of the season after trailing 24-3. That success came in large part due to the hurry-up offense, which head coach Mike Tomlin said this week. I'd be surprised if they didn't go to it early, at least to check our overall readiness in this football game. Now, staying in the world of football, the NFL will start cracking down on the use of human growth hormone by players. The League and Players Association agreed to a new policy implemented on Monday. Throughout the season, 950 tests will be done during the regular season, and 385 will be done during the offseason. The test will be at random. If a player is caught with HGH in their system, they will face a minimum 2-game suspension with longer suspensions for repeat offenders. America's favorite pastime is hitting the home stretch of the season. The League Championship Series will begin tomorrow with the American League matchup of the Baltimore Orioles and the Kansas City Royals. Now, one of these teams will finally break a World Series drought, as the last time the Royals were there, it was 1985, and the Orioles back in 1983. Now it's the opposite story in the National League, as both the St. Louis Cardinals and San Francisco Giants have been here multiple times. The Cardinals for a 4th straight time, the Giants for the 3rd time in 4 years. Staying with baseball, the Pirates may have had their 2nd straight winning season, but the offseason could bring a whole new look to this ball club. Gold Glove catcher Russell Martin is the big name floating around, as he is expected to see big money come his way in the free agent market. If the Pirates do lose Martin to free agency, top names on the market would be John Buck, Ryan Doumit, and A.J. Przinsky. Other notable free agents for the Pirates include pitchers Edison Volquez, Francisco Liriano, and shortstop Clint Barmas. The Pitt Panthers season began with so much hope after a 3-0 start, but 3 straight losses have them holding on to their bowl eligibility by a thread as they take on ACC rival Virginia Tech this weekend at Heinz Field. The Penn State Nittany Lions, look to rebound from their homecoming loss to Northwestern. They go to the Big House in Ann Arbor to take on Michigan. West Virginia beat up on Big 12 conference opponent Kansas 33-14 last week and look to carry the momentum as they go down to Lubbock, Texas to take on Texas Tech. There you can see the Pioneers warming up before their tough home matchup against Damon, but the Pioneers, they came out fast and furious. TJ Hetherington comes flying up the lane, gives off to McNeil. McNeil off the window and in, and it was Pioneers quickly and it early. TJ Hetherington on the far side drills the Rainbow 3, and the Pioneers would get themselves a nice little lead, but Berea would come back. Garment coast to coast here with the layup, and they weren't done. You're going to see Beckham here. He goes to the top of the key, makes the Rainbow 3, and Berea was pushing it. They come out of half, and they're still riding hard, and it's going to be Webster throwing that one down, getting themselves back to within 5, but then it was the Pioneers all after that. Bab Smoy with the big dunk. Then it's TJ Hetherington with the 3 from the near side for the Pioneers, and they just kept pulling themselves away here in the second half. TJ Hetherington into the lane. Bab Smoy off the window and in, and the coup de grace. TJ Hetherington to Josh Polott for 3 on the near side. Pioneers, they seal the deal at home, winning 110-97. TJ Hetherington matching a career-high 42 points, and the Pioneers move up to 13-9 on the season. Pioneers break the huddle there at Highmark Stadium before a new conference rival matchup. Tokarski from the 18-yard box slashes that one in, but just saved there, setting up a Pioneers corner kick. Off the corner, Pioneers have a big chance here to go up 1-0 early. That corner's delivered in. It's headed, and it's going to just wide. The Pioneers several missed opportunities early on, such as this penalty kick here. Easy chance to go up 1-0, and it goes wide. Now here comes the big breakthrough. It's coming down to Kerry Kowalski. Kerry Kowalski scores for the Pioneers, and the Pioneers go up 1-0, and that was the big breakthrough there. And the Pioneers would keep that lead to halftime. It was 1-0 there, and Berea, they needed something to respond, and they would just not find it as Megan Kuntz got into the game, and Megan Kuntz took over in the second half. Nice little floater right over the goalie off her hands, and in Megan Kuntz buries that one for the Pioneers. And she wasn't done there. Just 5 minutes later, Kuntz gets it right around the goalie, and she's going to put that one back of the old onion bag. Pioneers seal the deal there. They win 3-0 in their first conference matchup.